It's your boy Guru in the house, back with another bang on video where, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about some special news in this video. Yes, we're going to talk about Hosam Aouar, more about Hosam Aouar, why Hosam Aouar is the missing piece of the Arsenal's big jigsaw puzzle. Of course, Arsenal are in the renaissance, and of course, we look like, Arsenal will look to sign another central attacking midfielder in January, or maybe in the summer. But only time will tell who will they sign. But more importantly, yes, now the pursuit of Hosam Aouar is hotting up. New news about Hosam Aouar, yes. And also, we're going to talk about something else as well. So, Thomas Partey, praises for Thomas Partey from all over the world, of course, which includes certain Manchester United legends as well. So, stay tuned and watch the video till the end. You know, uh, if you consider watching daily Arsenal content, this is the best place to be in. And let's just start the video. The first news that we've got here is that Paul Mason has actually hailed Thomas Partey as the #1 signing of the summer. He told Sky Sports, "It was a good away performance. It wasn't great. I wouldn't get carried away and say, oh my God, it's a turning point. They beat a terribly poor Manchester United team on the day. They've done a job. We've seen them lose those games over the last 5 or 6 years. But I think Partey is a massive difference. I mean, what a signing. When you talk about signings in the summer, he's got to be #1. I cannot believe, without being horrible here, that Arsenal got him. I don't mean that in a horrible way. They're all crying out for it. I know Manchester United are top heavy and they've got Fred, McTominay and Matic, but they haven't got Partey. So yes, and more importantly, well, Roy Keane is actually angry with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to call Mikel Arteta by his first name. He was not at all impressed with how Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang addressed his manager in the post-match interview. So Roy Keane said they did not show him respect when they called him by his name, Mikel. He's the manager, the boss, the gaffer. That's respect, not Mikel. He's not his mate. So when asked if it was just the modern way to refer to your boss, Keane answered, no, that's called respect. So yes, so Roy Keane is not happy about that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang called Mikel Arteta with Mikel. But let's say, but if Mikel Arteta believes in giving the players options to call them whatever they want, or probably he gives them the options like Mister or Mikel, I think that's what these guys will refer him to as. But moving on, well, Premier League bosses are under increasing pressure to scrap the pay-per-view football during the looming lockdown. Of course, UK, we all know that has entered into a second lockdown, and the problem is the whole pay-per-view thing is not at all helping their case, because £14.95 fee will be reviewed by clubs at a meeting this week. 5 matches, including Aston Villa's trip to the Emirates on Sunday, are due to be screened on Sky Sports box office and BT Sport box office this weekend. A 4-week lockdown starting on Thursday means pubs and bars will be shut, so fans would have to pay the controversial fee to watch at home. And also, the Premier League resumes on November 21st after the international window. Clubs must now decide whether to keep the fee, reduce the amount, or scrap it all together. Also, Leno. Let's talk about Leno. Let's see. I'm pretty much sure. I'm of the opinion that 14.95 is really a very high amount. But talking about it, Bernd Leno has really praised Arsenal's defensive improvement under Mikel Arteta. He says, first of all, it was a very important win for us when you look at the table. It's been a long time since we won away against a team from the Big Six. And as well as Old Trafford, it's been 14 years, I think, so too long, but finally we've done the job. It was a very collective, strong performance from us. Our players were brilliant, and I think everybody had the right attitude and mentality to win. It was very hard for Manchester United to create chances. At the end of the day, this is the key. The collective performance and the defensive work were really important, and I think that we've worked on that. You can already see that it's much more impressive than it was 1 or 2 years ago. And yes, Leno is all happy about it. And there's a company named Prenetics. The company hired by the Premier League to conduct the COVID tests on players have claimed that fans are still some way off from receiving rapid tests at stadium. The chief executive, Avi Lazaro, told Sky Sports News that it's very difficult to speculate. I think realistically, from where we are sitting, that's still some time away. There are multiple scenarios. We think it's probably realistic to build testing stations at core venues, which could be NCP car parks, for example, that have land assets available. And Roy Keane believes Arsenal's win over Manchester United has already knocked out the Manchester United's chances of a top 4 finish. He was really angry. He said they spoke about the game during the week. Champions League games are chalk and cheese in the terms of what a Premier League challenge brings you. So the fact when players don't turn up against Arsenal and don't have a go until the end, when the race is almost over, they'll have that now with this league campaign. I never thought for 1 minute they'll be challenging Liverpool and Manchester City, but the way they've started this, the top 4 even seems out of reach. And at this early stage, sometimes you say there's no need to panic, but the results and the performances suggest they should be panicking because it's not been good enough. So Roy Keane believes no top 4 for Manchester United because of loss against Arsenal. Yeah, that's where they belong. Not in the top 4, of course. But moving on, Paul Scholes has become the latest Manchester United legend to hail Thomas Partey. He says he is an all-round midfielder. You don't see many players like those, and like these days. Midfielders are attacking midfielders or holding midfielders, but a midfield player's job is to do everything. You have to contribute with everything, and he did a brilliant job in all departments. And talking about more stuff, well, Rio Ferdinand says you have to give massive credit to Arteta and how they set up. They absolutely pressured Manchester United. They pinned them back. They said we don't even need to have a ball. We're going to control this game without the ball. And Peter Drury in the game said, right there you could have 2 midfielders battling it out for glory. Hear this carefully, okay? Right there you have 2 midfielders battling it out for glory and stardom. You look at Thomas and you can see he's really ready to party. But you look at Pogba and it seems he's here to sweep after the party is over. My God! Well, moving on, let's talk about more stuff. Paul Scholes said, I said at halftime against Arsenal, if you're going to get your best, most creative players who can score goals on the ball, then the 2 in the midfield, now he's talking about Scott McTominay and Fred, he says the 2 in the midfield have to have some kind of possession and some kind of control, but the quality was missing from them too. The Scholes is not happy with at all for that matter. But Thomas Partey's agent has again talked about his quality. He says a box-to-box like Pogba with quality, several goals and more defensive work than the Frenchman. In fact, I tell you this, for me, Thomas is a better player than Pogba, but being African, he has much less attention from the press than the Manchester United player. So this is what it's all about. That is what it is all about. But moving on, Matteo Guendouzi, ladies and gentlemen, he impressed his boss after making his Hertha Berlin debut on Sunday. There was a 1-1 draw with Wolfsburg, of course, because he started on the bench but was introduced for the final 33 minutes. Boss Bruno Labbadia was happy with his cameo and said, you saw that he's a very good ball player who gives us an aspect that we need, ball security, simple clear passes over 4 or 5 meters. That has worked well for us. Now, of course, he has to get into a rhythm. That's something he can't have. We know that, but that's how it is now. So let's see. I hope he does well. But moving on, well, Arteta is all happy about Mohamed Elneny. He says, I like the players who have zero ego, who want to contribute to the team, whether it's for 1 minute or for 96 minutes, and contribute all the time to our culture by giving positive feedback all the time. What more transmits to the team is special. Don't forget that I have played with him and I know his qualities as a person. Now let's talk about Ian Wright here. Well, he actually is talking about Arteta getting Aouar. He says, if Arteta can continue to improve like players improve with his coaching, and then he's able to add to that with Aouar, who they're trying to get in the midfield alongside Partey, then you've got someone who can create for the forwards. So it's all looking good, and winning games like this against United will only stand you in good stead and give confidence to the team. And yes, RMC Sports suggests Manchester United chief Ed Woodward held transfer talks over Gabriel Magalhaes in the summer. However, Arsenal signed him. Of course, Arsenal are the big ones, aren't they? But also, Ian Wright says, people can say whatever they want about the Big Six and the records, but under Mikel, I haven't got a problem now playing any of them because we are more organized and know what we are doing. So yes, These were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes on this platform every single day, twice. So sit back, relax, and enjoy all the news that comes on this platform. I will see you in the next one, and don't forget to subscribe. I think very soon, maybe, but very soon we are going to have a setup tour. I'm going to do a live about the setup tour, so stay tuned for that as well. Cheers! I'll see you in the next one, and don't forget to subscribe. Yep, new mission. 15,000 subscribers, guys. Help me out. Help me reach there. 15,000 subscribers, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.